Hi and welcome back to my channel. My name is Carolina, and if it's your first time here, then welcome. I'm a pattern maker, and today I'm going to show you a video tutorial on one of the patterns that I already have but updated version. This pattern is definitely beginner friendly. I'm gonna include all of the new updates in this pattern as well. For example, the fact that all of the sizes are layered, so you can just select your own size and then just print in that size. Once you wear the dress, it has that square neckline, and because of those gathers over here, it emphasizes the bust so nicely. So I think it's gonna be great if you have smaller or a bigger bust. Just bear in mind that this dress uses a lot of fabric. I actually didn't have enough to make it, so my version is slightly shorter what your finished dress is gonna be. And the fabric that I use for this project is a double gauze fabric. I think that's all for the information. I'm so happy that you're here, and if you want to see how to make this dress, we'll just keep on watching. As I mentioned, I'm going to use a double gauze fabric for this dress. It's thick, textured, and it doesn't require lining. Once you've cut out all of your pattern pieces, make sure to mark the 2 lines for the elastic. It's a good idea to do this at the beginning while the fabric is still flat, as it's just much easier. Now that our lines are marked, let's create the gathers along the top edge. Change your sewing machine settings to the longest stitch length, and sew a gathering stitch along the front neckline, about ½ centimeter away from the edge. Then take the front neckline piece and gather the fabric until it matches the length of that piece. As you can see, the neckline piece is much smaller than the gathered fabric. The beauty of this dress comes from all those gathers. Then pin the neckline binding with the right side facing up to the wrong side of the neckline, and sew it with 1 centimeter seam allowance. Fold the binding over. It creates such a nice finish for both inside and outside of the garment, and top stitch it. Now I'm just going to make sure that my underarm points are marked. I'll take my measuring tape and measure 9 centimeters down from the underarm, then make a small notch. Since everything is one large piece, it can be difficult to see where the underarm area is. Next, take the shoulder strap. Starting from the mark we just made, that's where we will attach them. Once again, place the right side of the strap against the wrong side of the dress first, and repeat the same process on both sides. Then sew them together with a 1 centimeter seam allowance. As the next step, fold the strap in half and sew it together by continuing the seam line we made earlier. The seam allowance should not be wider than 1 centimeter. Then repeat the same steps on the other side, of course. trim the seam allowance slightly so they aren't too bulky. Be careful not to cut through the stitch line. Take the loop turner, insert it to the strap, and turn the straps right side out. Next, fold the remaining underarm binding over the seam allowance and top stitch it in place. I'll repeat the same steps on both sides. This is a very simple technique for creating clean, seamless looking straps. Moving on to the back panel, we're going to follow the same steps we used for the front. Sew a gathering stitch along the top edge and gather it to match the length of the back binding piece. Later on, I decided to add elastic to this section because it ended up a little bit too loose. I probably should have cut the binding piece about 2 cm shorter, as I guess it depends which fabric are you using. Once you've sewn it together, just like we did on the front, fold the binding over and top stitch it. It creates such a nice finish for both inside and outside of the garment. And this is how it's supposed to look like. Now we can join the front and back pieces together, place them right sides together and pin along the side seam. Sew them with 1 cm seam allowance and finish the edges with an overlocker. If you don't have an overlocker, you can also use a French seam technique for a clean finish. Next, we need to determine the length of the elastic. One technique is to wrap the elastic around your waist and adjust it until it feels comfortable. I decided to make my elastic even tighter. This time I stretched the elastic as much as possible while sewing, but once the dress was finished, it still wasn't snug enough. So I unpicked it and tried again. For the third attempt, I cut a shorter piece of elastic, and while sewing it to the waistline, I stretched the elastic to its maximum and pushed the fabric into to create even more gathers. That gave me the fitted, snatched waistband I was looking for. So don't be afraid to make this section a bit tighter, then repeat the same process on the lower elastic channel, so you have 2 rows of elastic. At this point, the front looked beautiful, but the back was still a little loose. If yours fit well, you can leave it as it is. For me, to fix this issue on my dress, I made a small openings on both sides of the back seam, just large enough to insert the elastic. Then using a loop turner, I threaded the elastic through the seam channel and secured with a few stitches on each side. It's a really quick, easy fix. I'm going to position the straps approximately 9 cm from each side seam. The most important thing is to try on the dress and adjust the strap length to suit you. Since the straps are made from non-stretch fabric, they need to be the correct length to stay comfortably on your shoulders. As you can see, when I moved my shoulders slightly, the straps slipped down. So I shortened them a little until the neckline sat perfectly. Once I was happy with the adjustment, I matched the length on both sides and attached the straps to the back neckline. Then I trimmed away the excess fabric. I also considered adding a small bow and even started to make one, but in the end I decided to leave the dress simple as it is with a clean neckline. As the final step, finish the hem with an overlocker, fold it up by 1 cm and top stitch in place. And that's it, your dress is finished. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed this new refreshed version of Mia dress. See you next time, bye!